Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 health myths that are forcing your midsection to expand, your energy level to drop, and your feelings of failure to grow, and how to overcome these without more salads and cardio. So, my goal for this presentation is to show you that the only way for you to lose weight and to keep it off is by determining what your one thing is that will be the key to unlocking your weight loss secret. What that really means is that everyone is individual. Everyone's body is different. So when they come out with a new diet, you can't just jump on that bandwagon because your body and your chemistry and your makeup could be totally different than what works for one person might not work for you. So you need to find out what the one key thing, the one secret is that's going to unlock your weight loss secret. And my other goal for this presentation is to educate you on the latest in weight maintenance and to empower you to know what types of foods to eat, to perform, and to feel your best. So my name is Kristen Jones, and I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a Pilates instructor, and I'm a weight management specialist. I'm the owner of Kristen Jones Coaching, and I'm the manager of 3 yoga studios in Northern California, and I'm an avid marathon runner and hot yoga enthusiast. So here's a little bit about my story. I've been active in the fitness industry since I was a teenager, and I wanted to impact people's lives in an immediate way, and I became a group fitness instructor. And I knew that that was the direction I wanted my life to go in. But I also knew that there had to be a healthier way of going about it, healthier than the way that I had been shown. Because when I was in my late teens, I fell victim to an eating disorder. And because of that experience, and that experience that never goes away, my mission in life became clear. And what I really hope to do is I hope to end dangerous body weight expectations for all people in our country as well as around the world, to help people love and accept their bodies as they are. Because if anyone's going to make a change to their body, they first have to love themselves and love where they are before any change can happen. I also want to help people create a healthy life from the inside out and let people know that it's not all about what happens on the outside, but that your inside physical, spirit, mind, body, and soul needs to be taken care of as well. It's really, really also important for me to have people learn that food is not the enemy. We shouldn't be afraid to eat. We shouldn't be afraid of what we eat. Food takes care of us. It nurtures us. It provides us energy. And we need to change our mindset and our thoughts about our relationship with food. And then finally, I want to show people that there is a gentler and more rational way to lose weight. So does this sound like you? You feel stuck at your current weight even though you're doing everything right. You can't stop craving your forbidden foods, and you exercise regularly but still feel like your pants are getting tighter. Well, I'm here to present 3 health myths that the fitness industry wants you to know and wants you to believe, but we're about to uncover they are not true and what the truth is. So the 3 myths are: the first one is eating less food than you burn will naturally allow your body to shed fat. Myth number 2 is more willpower and self-discipline will eliminate food cravings. And myth number 3 is the only way to lose belly fat is by doing more and more cardio. So let's go ahead and take a look at our myths. So the first myth, myth number 1, eating less food than you burn will naturally allow your body to shed fat. Now that sounds totally reasonable, totally believable, something that would make sense. And I know that many people would think that, well, everything I read in magazines says it's all about calories in and calories out. Or they say I'm afraid to eat more calories because I know I'll gain weight. Well, let me tell you a quick story. This is my friend Nancy, and Nancy had been stuck at the same weight for about a year. And after making one simple change to her diet, she was able to lose 6 pounds in 4 weeks by doing just this one thing and not really having to make any sort of effort otherwise. And what she did was, instead of starving herself in the morning, she added a hearty breakfast and the pounds melted away. Now, she had ordinarily been not eating anything in the morning. She's a very healthy person, and she had not been eating anything in the mornings. When she added her breakfast, that actually ended up causing her body to shed fat. So what does a hearty breakfast mean? Well, a hearty breakfast can consist of 2 eggs and a slice of Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is a really hearty wheat bread with a little butter or cream cheese. We don't need to be afraid of fat. I'm not talking about putting a ton of butter or a ton of cream cheese, maybe a half a tablespoon, but have fat, have protein, very, very important, and then have a little bit of a slow processing carbohydrate. You also can have a 3 egg omelet filled with veggies and topped with salsa and avocado. Again, not being afraid of the fat, and also the vegetables will be your healthy carb. And you also can go with a protein smoothie. You want to be careful with protein smoothies. You do want to have a protein powder that's clean, meaning that if you can find one that doesn't have any whey or doesn't have any soy, it's dairy free, that would be, and gluten free, that would be very, very helpful. So you could have a protein smoothie with almond milk, nut butter, some berries, spinach, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and that would be a great, great start to your day. So check out this study. A Harvard University study shows that reducing the amount of processed carbs, so processed carbohydrates, is more important than reducing the overall calories. So that whole calories in, calories out thing and eating less calories than you burn really isn't accurate, because it's more about the type of carbohydrates or the type of calories that you're eating and not just the number. So even with a calorie deficit, a body will hold on to fat if it's fed the wrong foods. So you might say, but in the past, when I did eat more, I've always gained weight. But the truth is, when you eat the right foods, you can eat way more and your body will still shed fat. And it's not always what you eat, but also when you eat. And you don't need to feel hungry to lose weight. So what are the right kinds of foods? Well, slow processing carbohydrates include non-starchy vegetables. That would be zucchini, artichokes, squash, those types of broccoli, cauliflower. Those would be really great vegetables. And then quinoa, steel-cut oats, low-sugar fruits such as strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, cherries, and pears. The other right kinds of foods for protein would be a lean, grass-fed organic chicken breast or a chicken thigh, some ground turkey, some farm-fresh eggs, wild salmon, tilapia, shrimp, or tuna. And healthy fats include nut butters. We try to stay away from peanut butter because peanuts have a tendency, because of the way they're processed and the way they're grown, they have a tendency to sometimes hold on to a little bit of mold, and they can be people can have an allergic reaction to them. So sometimes it's better to go with an almond butter, a sunflower seed butter. Also avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, almonds, walnuts, and pecans. Nuts in their natural form are great sources of fat. So when is the right time to eat? You really, really want to avoid processed carbs in the morning. And the reason why is this will set off sugar cravings for your entire day. So what that means is you don't want to start your breakfast off with fruit. You don't want to have it be a donut. You don't want to have it be pancakes. You want to have something that has protein in it and has fat and a little bit of slow-acting carbohydrates, and those will sustain your energy. They will keep you full, and they will allow you to be able to get through your morning without having sugar cravings. The largest meal of your day should be lunch. You should avoid eating sugar and processed carbs to dodge a crash in energy by the mid-afternoon. You need to drink a glass of water before and after a meal, but you want to avoid it during meals. You want your food just to be processed by the stomach without adding water to it. And you want to stop eating 3 hours before going to bed. Now, do you have to be hungry to lose weight? If you include a protein source and a healthy fat at every meal, you will be satisfied with your meals. When you just eat carbohydrates, you're going to consistently, you're going to be fine for a half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then you're going to have more cravings, because any carbohydrates or anytime you eat food, your blood sugar is going to increase. So your body is going to put insulin in your bloodstream to lower your blood sugar, but then it's going to lower it enough that it's going to cause you to be hungry again. If you have a steady stream of nutrients in your blood, you're not going to have that up and down crash. Make half your meal non-starchy veggies, and that'll fill you up. And you want to avoid processed carbs and sugar to prevent food cravings. Now, myth number 2, more willpower and self-discipline will eliminate food cravings. Many people think I can't lose weight because I just don't have enough self discipline or my cravings are too strong. Let me tell you another quick story. This is my friend Kathleen, and Kathleen lost 10 pounds in 2 months and didn't battle food cravings at all. She just made a few tweaks to her routine and the weight just disappeared. Again, she's another person who's very healthy and just needed to make a few easy changes. So the truth is that trying harder to resist foods is not the answer. So your willpower and your self-discipline have nothing to do with you craving foods. In reality, the hormones your body produces as a result of stress and sleep deprivation make you crave your favorite foods. So stress and sleep deprivation have more to do with food cravings than willpower and self-discipline. The body has physiological responses to circumstances that can't be overcome by trying harder. Your body will crave these foods. It will produce hormones that are going to want to then be satisfied by these foods. And that's where you want to avoid the sleep deprivation and the stress in order to avoid your body creating those hormones. You might say resisting my favorite foods is just too hard after a stressful day at work. Well, as we just talked about, the stress in your day is what then will cause those food cravings. So that's one of the reasons why you come home at the end of your day and you just want to eat whatever in the refrigerator, whatever, foods that are out that are available you want to eat. And that's a result of the stress that you've had throughout the day, and that stress then producing hormones that cause your body to crave those foods. But here's the truth. Adding just one thing to your daily routine can dramatically reduce stress and cut your food cravings. Secondly, activity in the bedroom will do more to shed pounds than increasing your cardio. And I'm going to tell you, it's not what you think. And your brain wants to make the right food choices, and it will when given the correct circumstances and given the correct lifestyle as well as food choices. So the first thing to add to your life is just 5 minutes of meditation. Quiet time focusing on your breath will dramatically reduce stress and in turn will allow your body to release fat. Most people do not know that there is a very strong connection between stress and your body wanting to release fat from its fat cells. By reducing stress, your body will stop producing hormones that result in your body holding on to every bit of fat it has. And it will calm your mind and allow you to be more positive, resulting in a more positive outlook on life and the ability to handle stress. So all of these things go hand in hand together. You also need quality sleep. You need a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of solid sleep in order to be able to function at your best. Sleep deprivation results in an increased production of the hormone ghrelin, and that hormone tells your body it's hungry, and a decrease in a hormone called leptin, and that signals your body it's full. The result then becomes weight gain. So again, if you're sleep deprived, your body is going to increase the hormone that tells your body it's hungry. So and pay attention to this the next time you don't sleep well. When you wake up in the morning and you start into your day, you're going to be very, very hungry. And that's because your body, without you knowing, without you being able to control it, because of the lack of sleep, it will increase the amount of hormones that tells your body it's hungry. And it will also decrease the amount of hormones that tells your body when it's full. So this is a vicious cycle that will go on the whole day. You'll be wanting to eat the whole day. Even though you will never feel full, you'll want to continue to eat, and that's going to result in weight gain. The lack of sleep increases the stress on your body, which increases the amounts of cortisol that in turn causes an increase in appetite. So the correct circumstances that your body wants to be in, to provide your body with lean protein, slow-acting carbohydrates, and healthy fat for a balanced diet, that is the correct situation or circumstance for your body to be in for it to function appropriately. You want to avoid excessive alcohol consumption because it converts to sugars when consumed. This in turn reduces fat loss since excess sugar gets changed to fatty acids and also gets stored in your fat cells. Another thing about alcohol sugars are different than sugars that are produced by food consumption. And the alcohol sugar that can be used for energy has to be used first before you even get to your carbohydrate and your sugar, that used as energy, and then you are very rarely ever going to get to fat. So you really always want to try and use your fat cells first as your food store, as your energy source. And if you have so much sugar in your system and you have so much awaiting sugar there to be used, there's so much there, you're never going to get to those fat cells. One of the things that people do not understand, and it's so easy because it sounds so normal because it sounds natural. You really want to stay away from excessive consumptions of fruit because to your body, sugar is sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference, and a piece of fruit is going to react to your body in a similar way as it would if it was a candy bar. You want to drink meals in between, you want to drink water in between your meals in order to keep yourself full, and you want to drink half your weight in ounces, half your body weight in ounces each day. So if you weigh 130 pounds, you want to drink 65 ounces of water, and that's regardless of whether you work out or not. If you work out, you're going to want to increase it. Also, something important to note about dehydration is oftentimes when people feel they're hungry, they are not in fact hungry, but they're actually dehydrated. So anytime you feel like you want to eat something, drink some water instead, wait about 10 minutes, and then see if you're really hungry. So myth number 3, the only way to lose belly fat is to do more and more cardio. Now, I don't know about you, but for years and years, I would go to a gym and I would see people spending hours and hours and hours on the elliptical, on the treadmill, doing all sorts of workouts, just long workouts, and their body's never changing. And really, it's been discovered that excessive cardio really isn't the answer. Well, some people say, well, every magazine article encouraged long, sustained cardio sessions. And am I saying that they're wrong? And that the only way to burn calories is through torturous cardio? Let me explain what I'm saying. So it's time for me to confess. I have run 11 marathons since I turned 30 years old. And I've enjoyed running marathons. I've enjoyed running most of my life. But over the course of my life, and I've done thousands and thousands of hours of cardio training, and I've run thousands of miles. But I have to tell you that I've changed my workouts in the last year and a half. And to be honest, my weight and my body shape has never been better than it is now. And I run 60 minutes a week, only 60 minutes a week. When I was back in my training days, a 60 minutes would have been a short run for me, a very short run. And now I run 60 minutes per week, and my body is in better shape than it's ever been. So where's the proof? And just to clarify, that's not my midsection. But where's the proof in this? That worked for me, but how is it going to work for you? Well, studies show that weight training has a long-term impact on the body's ability to burn fat. Your muscles become the powerhouse of your body, and they burn more energy as opposed to fat cells. So after a strength training session, the body burns more energy for up to 38 hours, and that results in a more efficient metabolism. So weight training is really what you want to focus on, and more specifically, high intensity interval training. I know many people, and especially women, say, but I'm afraid if I strength train, I will get big and bulky. But the truth is that women lack the hormones naturally that it takes to get big and bulky. And when doing the right kinds of exercise, you can work out for less time and have it be just as effective. And there is something much more impactful in cardio when it comes to losing weight. So what is the right kind of exercise? Well, strength training, high intensity interval training, Tabata style workouts. And Tabata style workouts are workouts that are done for 20 seconds. So intervals of 20 seconds of hard work and intense hard work, and then 20 seconds of rest. You do the same exercise for 8 rounds. So if you were going to do jumping jacks, you would do 20 seconds of jumping jacks, and then you'd rest for 10 seconds. And you would do that and repeat that 8 times. And again, the right kind of exercise, shorter, more intense workouts. At this point, as a personal trainer, I really don't recommend workouts longer than 25 minutes. When it comes to reducing belly fat and losing weight, nutrition is way more impactful than exercise. So for those people who don't like to exercise, that's great news. But what that means is you really need to be much more aware of what you're putting into your mouth, when you're eating it, the types of foods that you're eating and how much you're eating. But again, it's about when we look at the impact on a person's weight, nutrition has about 80% impact and exercise has about 20. So let me ask you a question. Are you excited about what we've covered so far? I've covered a lot of information. There's a lot of probably very new things that you've learned. And you might be really relieved, like, oh, I really don't like to exercise. This is great. I just have to change what I'm eating. So just to jog your memory, the 3 health myths are that eating less food than you burn will naturally allow your body to shed fat. More willpower and self-discipline will eliminate food cravings. And the only way to lose belly fat is to do more and more cardio. Now, you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed because we've covered so much, like this poor girl getting this water streamed into her face. I kind of like her. Those of you who weren't at my presentation or have not met me, I'm a redhead as well, so I kind of like this picture. But you might feel a little overwhelmed by all the information that I've covered. So if you have any questions, and please don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to connect with you and answer any questions that you might have about this. The best ways to get in contact with me is I teach a Friday fitness class from 12 to 12:45 in the fitness room. So please come and come check out my class. And also you can touch base with me at that point. You can like and follow my Facebook page, Kristen Jones Coaching. My website is www.kristenjonescoaching.com. I also have a YouTube channel, which is titled Kristen Jones Coaching. There are free workout videos. There's exercise demonstrations. There's yoga. So please visit any of these resources, and please make sure that you connect with me and ask me any questions that you may have. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being interested in getting healthy, and I hope to see you or hear from you soon.